to be a better friend. Bought a couple postcards.
Hi, I'm Cece Mitchell from Iowa Public Radio Studio One. I'm here at XBK with Odie Leigh.
Hello.
Hi, thank you so much for talking with me today.
Thank you for talking with me.
So, first and foremost, welcome back to Iowa. How have things been for you since Hinterland?
I've done a lot of touring around Hinterland, after Hinterland. I'm about a quarter through my big fall, I guess, tour, promoting my album Carrier Pigeon. And that's been really fun to just hit the road again. And this summer I played a lot of these big festivals like Hinterland, and I was playing all of these songs to people who didn't necessarily know them. And so it's been a really exciting experience to play to people who know the songs and can like really interact in that way.
What have been some of your favorite stops on this tour that you're in the middle of?
We had a lot of fun in Santa Fe because we played at Meow Wolf, which is such a cool venue, such a cool space. And it was extra special because they were closed for renovations, like the actual art exhibit, but they let me and my band all go and play. So we got to just roam around Meow Wolf completely empty, which I don't know if you've ever been there, but it's this incredible interactive art exhibit. And typically there's like a lot of children just running around and it's like super packed. So it was just very special to get to go and experience it in isolation and just get completely lost. Very, very cool.
That is awesome. So like you said, you're touring on your debut record right now, Carrier Pigeon. It just came out in July of this year. What were some of the inspirations you had creating this album?
Carrier Pigeon is really just a play-by-play of me falling in love. It's truly, all of my music is just exactly what's happening in my life as it's happening. And so it was really fun and exciting for me to get to do a project that was joyful, because my last two EPs were definitely more on the somber, introspective side, and Carrier Pigeon does have some of that as well, but it was just really fun to get to go into my own life from a good perspective.
I don't know who I'll be in the morning.
So what is your songwriting process like, and has it evolved since you started your career?
It's always, like I just said, it's always been just exactly what's on my mind. My process is really just something will happen and I'll just get this feeling and I'm like, I need to sit down and try to write a song right now. And it's truly just stream of consciousness from the jump, just whatever comes out of my mouth. And then I'll kind of weed through that and see what's good, what's bad, what can be reworked, what words might need to be changed. But it typically always starts with just whatever it is I have to say, I just need to get it out and say it.
So a lot of people know you from your song Crop Circles. It went viral on TikTok. Can you tell me the story of your infamous TikTok bet with your roommates?
So at this point, it was probably 4 years ago, 5 years ago even. In COVID, I moved in with these two rapper roommates, these two dudes I was friends with. And it was COVID, so everyone was just like really on the internet with nothing much to do. And so our little group of friends did this bet to see who could go viral on TikTok. And they told me about it. And I was like, you didn't include me in this? So then I had started playing guitar around that time. And so I just posted a couple random songs I had written. And before I knew it, I was a musician.
Super cool. So most people start out their careers by playing small gigs here and there and trying to build a following that way. Mm-hmm. But you had an audience online first, and then you started playing shows and touring. How do you think social media has changed the landscape for emerging artists like you?
I think that it has created this really cool world in which music is now democratized, where you don't have to live in a big city. You don't have to live somewhere that has a scene and the music industry or anything. You can just literally write songs that you enjoy and post it from your bedroom. And if people enjoy it, then they will find you. And that's exactly what happened with me. I never thought of this being a life for myself. And so it's really, really cool that me and so many other people from that time and still even now, it just leveled the playing field for everyone. No longer do you have to have an uncle in the music industry or whatever. You can just write the music you want to write, and if it's good, people will find it.
So how has your upbringing in Louisiana influenced you as a musician?
I think that being from Louisiana, everyone's kind of extroverted. There's a lot of talking and gossiping that happens in the Deep South. And it's also really, we have a lot of celebrations all the time. Like Mardi Gras, Easter is a big celebration. Everything is like very in your face and like really fun. And I think that growing up around that subconsciously made me able to say what I needed to say in my music. I think it raised me to be very confident and confrontational, for better or for worse. And I think that definitely affects my music in some way.
So you're now based in Detroit. What brought you to the Midwest, and how is the music scene there?
I'm really still getting to know it. I've always been interested in Detroit. I think it's a really cool historical place. I think that there is so much beautiful architecture and such a cool music scene that has been there before. And I don't know, I was just really ready for a change, you know? And so I moved out there. I'm still getting to know it. I'm on tour so much that I really haven't had the time to be there as much as I want. So I am looking forward to my break, to be home and, you know, continue to go to shows. I've gone to a couple. The couple DIY shows I've been to out there have been really cool though.
So you are on the road for the next few months, but what comes next for you? Do you have anything in the works?
I guess so. I really should. I'm always writing, but I will be making another album. What that album will be, I have no idea. Hopefully it's good, but I don't know.
I'm sure it will be. So I think it's very cool that you have a film degree. What else are you into outside of music?
I love to embroider. I love to mend. So I just have a lot of sewing needles. Fiber arts really is what I'm into. But it really comes in waves. I can only throw myself into one thing at a time. So it's either I'm picking up the guitar and I'm writing songs, or I'm knitting a scarf, or I'm like trying to turn this sweater that's full of holes into a sweater that's not full of holes anymore. So I find a lot of joy in that. And that's why I'm also so excited to be in Detroit for the winter, because I am just going to lock myself in the house and make a bunch of soup and just finish the sweater that I've been working on.
That's awesome. Well, Odie Leigh, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me today. And we're so glad to have you back in Iowa.
I'm so happy to be here.
This has been Iowa Public Radio Studio One.